today we're celebrating our first partnership with Habitat for Humanity. We want to thank Habitat. We want to thank Barclays. Barclays has been a partner. Jocelyn Stewart has been around during the whole formation of the land bank, and through Jocelyn, Barclays has been very generous and donated $1 million to the Wilmington Land Bank, which is a real great way, along with our funding from the city, to get the land bank up and running. Real quickly, I just want to go through what a land bank is and what it isn't, because there's been some reports and people have some concepts that really aren't really right. A land bank really is just a vehicle to be able to take vacant lots and vacant homes, vacant blighted properties, and put them back into a productive use. That productive use could be a green lot, it could be a side yard, or it could be affordable or market rate housing. What a land bank isn't is a vehicle to take people's homes. We're not taking any occupied homes. The whole idea is to strengthen neighborhoods. We're not going to do anything to hurt them. We're also going to work with Habitat for Humanity, Interfaith Community Housing, Ministry of Caring, to help the other neighbors in the neighborhoods be able to bring their homes up as we do new construction. Again, I'd like to thank Kevin Smith from Habitat for Humanity for being our partner, and again to thank Jocelyn Stewart of Barclays for being so generous. The other group I'd like to thank is our elected officials. We've been very fortunate. Mayor Przicki, City Council President, and a board member of the Land Bank, Hanifa Shabazz, and City Council member and a board member, Bud Friel, who's not here today, have been integral in being able to get this up and running, and they really have supported us, and we appreciate that very much. Mayor?
Thank you, Rick. First, I want to say I hope that the designer and builder of the houses is not the guy who built this thing, because this is a walking OSHA violation right here. I want you to know, John, you guys didn't do this, did they? Rick, thank you very much. It's really it's great to be here with some of our really important partners, the Land Bank, Barclays. Jocelyn, thanks so much for everything you do, and Habitat for Humanities, which is always a fun, they're fun partners, because we get at the end not only to see the houses built, but to see the new owners of the houses and watch the joy on their faces when they become homeowners. And it's an extraordinary and really a very rewarding experience. So, you know, the city is only going to change when all of our partners get their oars in the water together and pull and row as hard as they can. And that's what we're doing. And so I'm just, I want you to know how much we appreciate the work that that you folks are doing, and others like you who are working so hard to rebuild our city. And it's the only thing that's going to work. The way we have to keep thinking about our neighborhoods is just to rebuild them and help folks who want to help themselves. So thank you very much for having me. Thanks for all you do. Christian, keep up the good work. Christian and I were slogging through some pretty rough stuff the other day, right? Taking a look at the houses that we can rehabilitate on different parts of the city, and so we've got a great team. And another member of that great team is the president of our council, Hanifa Shabazz. So Hanifa, come on up and say hi to us. Be careful, be careful. We got our workers' comp payments.
Thank you, Mayor. I also like to thank all of our partners for all of the great work that has taken us to get this far in the land bank. We have been working diligently in putting the details and specifics of the land bank of what to do to accomplish the things that we know is best for our neighborhoods. This first project is just the beginning of a lot of the various ideas that we or the board of the land bank have on how to turn our city around. And I heard our chairs mention what we are not, but what I want you to know that what we are planning to do is to make sure that everyone is able to feel the benefits of the work of the land bank, collaboratively working with all of our partners. The ability to turn these homes into homes for new families. We have many people who have gone through the first-time home buyers program, where the land bank was working to be able to make those type of opportunities a reality. So continue to work with and listen with the great work that we're doing. bringing on some of our local construction workers and local persons going through workforce development training programs. Having these types of initiatives makes opportunities for all of that work to come to reality. Young small businesses getting involved, engaged, individuals who are coming out of a workforce development program looking for work. These type of programs and initiatives is what's necessary to make those things all tie in together to continue to move Wilmington forward. So thank you all for your support of us on the Land Bank.
Now I'd like to have Kevin Smith, who's the Executive Director of Habitat for Humanity, come up.
Thank you, Rick. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Everybody staying warm, excited, right? I just want to take this opportunity on behalf of our board of directors, our staff, many of whom are here today, and most appreciatively the prospective homeowners who are going to live here, to say thank you to the Wilmington Land Bank and to Barclays for their incredible partnership. Let me just kind of give you a little perspective on why this is meaningful to Habitat and the other nonprofit partners here in the city of Wilmington. For over 30 years, Habitat for Humanity has been working here in the city of Wilmington. And the work that we've been doing is probably a good example is farther down the block where you see 7 new houses that were built in 2005. What was there before was 10 old, abandoned, dilapidated houses that had to get torn down before the new ones could get built. Well, Habitat and the other nonprofit partners had to do all that work themselves. So that was a significant investment that we have been making in terms of the acquisition and the demolition costs. What we're seeing here today is the beginning of a new way of doing business here in the city of Wilmington for the nonprofit developers, and we also hope the for-profit developers. The lots on either side of these houses are owned by Habitat for Humanity. We had been already acquiring and knocking down houses, but the land bank now is helping us to use our resources even more efficiently. They're the ones that went through and acquired these houses and today are going to do the demolition, right? Everybody's ready to see this tractor get started up and knock down these houses. And Pastor Ben, here with the Northeast Civic Association, she's the president. She can testify the fact that this neighborhood has been looking at these houses for what, 10 years. And so the work that Habitat has been doing in this neighborhood since 2005, we've built 39 houses. We want to see that momentum continue, but it's hard to when you've got structures like this. It puts a damper on the enthusiasm and new homeowners coming into the neighborhood. So again, this is significant for the city of Wilmington to have a land bank and to have this kind of partnership so we can move projects forward faster, more efficiently, and so that we all can win. With that in mind, I want to introduce the Executive Director of the Wilmington Neighborhood Conservancy Land Bank, and that's Christian Willauer.
Thank you, and thank you everybody for being here today. And in just a few moments, we're going to start with the demolition of the buildings across the street. But before that, I want to introduce, everybody has said there's nothing can be done without many people working together. And certainly the land bank owes tremendous gratitude to Barclays, which made a giant investment in this city and in the future of this city. And I want to invite Jocelyn Stewart to say a few words before we move on with the demolition.
This will take 2 seconds. I want to say Barclays is thrilled to be part of this, but it's not just about Barclays. It's going to be about every other financial institution in this town. Chase has already made a big contribution as well. And it's really when we all get together that we can see momentum. We believe in the mayor's mission of really trying to improve and strengthen our neighborhoods. And it's not through gentrification, but it's actually through home ownership. It's about getting the people in the homes and building and strengthening our neighborhoods. And that's what the land bank is about, and that's what Barclays is so excited to be a part of. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Christian, and we'll get started on the demolition.